Okay, folks, this will be an interesting one. Let's see if I can make this one turn up a treat. Was a treat. I do think it's a treat, but I don't know what kind. It's in a foreign language. See what we can do with it, folks. Okay, let's see what we have here. It's obviously Japanese, but I don't know what the fuck it is. It's an interesting one. I can't read Japanese, folks. I recognise that little symbol there, that simple one. I don't know what it means or how to pronounce it, but it's a Japanese piece. Yeah, I found it on the ground, of course, folks, as I normally do. And that's come up looking really quite interesting. Yeah, Japanese. I can't read it. I can't read any other language than English. I might know a few words here and there, but I don't know any Japanese or any of that shit. I'm not a person that's good with language. I use a lot of foul language, folks, I must say. I do. And I use a lot. And I've got quite a wide English vocabulary, but everything else I can't do. When I was born, I had a quarter on my neck and it came out breech, which means learning a new language is impossible. Pretty much impossible. A new language, trying to learn Japanese, impossible. But it looks interesting anyway, folks. It's come up yellow. I was going to use yellow as the background colour. But basically, yeah, I don't have the ability to read another language or to understand another language. I could have learned language at school. We did have language at school. We had German, we had Indonesian and French. I never thought any of these languages would be used in my dealings with photocopiers, but I found out later that German, there are some Germans out there who do photocopier art, and it would have been nice to have learned German so I could read the literature, and I really can't for the life of me. I know at school I did, the brain damage wasn't as obvious at school as it is now, because I'm growing up, getting older, and as you get older, you're I don't want teal. It's going to blend with that, but basically, I can't learn another language, folks. Because of the brain damage I had at birth, and it's near impossible to. Actually, that's going to turn. Oh, that's all right. I'm going to use yellow. Okay, I just got confused, folks. Easy too. Yeah, I would have liked to have learned German when I had the opportunity, but it would have still been difficult trying to remember all the stuff in that. But I would have had a better chance at learning if I was learning it at school. But the lack of motivation got stuck into me, as I said. Yeah, I never thought it would be a useful language. I thought most photocopier artists were English speaking. I assumed wrong. That's come up looking really quite interesting. I do think we might make it a bit bluer than that. Looks a bit too blendy. Looks interesting. But yeah, I wouldn't be able to learn another language now, that's for sure. It would be fucking hard, if not impossible. See how the dot matrix original makes it look any good, if it does. Yeah, looks really quite interesting actually. I don't know if the dot matrix is making much of a difference. Looks a lot nicer. But yeah, I just can't learn another language. It would be nice to learn another language. I've always been fascinated by how a pair of people speaking in a foreign language do so. It's like a code, right? They often talk in their language because they don't want you to hear what they're saying. And yeah, it works, 100% works with me. I don't have a fucking hardly any iota what they're saying, and even if I could pick up, say, a couple of words, I wouldn't get the context. I wouldn't understand what it was all about, what they were talking about. So, yep, I'm just a monoglot. They say knowing an extra language or extra languages is good for your health. It stops you from getting, I think, Alzheimer's or dementia. It actually can help keep your brain fit. So it's a real advantage if you can learn another language. But it's not something a person like myself with brain damage can do, unfortunately. Anyway, enough of that. That's come up looking really quite interesting. I think I can now call this demo quits.